I'm back from Cold Lake First Nations, my home reservation. I tried to make a video earlier, and I had experienced so many things. I couldn't put it under 10 megabytes. So I've been thinking and thinking about, like, well, what can I describe to you that would sort of epitomize the experience? And all I can think of is I'm going to tell you about the water. You know, I had all, like, family and food and all that, and music, and I had got to watch romances, you know, budding romances, and the chief sat at our fire and tended it. There was all kinds of good things that happened, and but I think I'm going to tell you mostly just about the water. Cold Lake, that's what I went, you know, that's why, I mean, I go back for lots, but there's something about that is good for the soul, really good for the soul, when you can look out there and you can see a horizon line like that, like it's an edge, really, where the water is, and then the sky begins, and it's flat like that, and then what you're looking at when you're looking across is you're focusing in on a place that's 13 miles across. You know, and when you're focusing in on 13 miles away, I think there's something good to that. I'm not sure exactly what, but it is something good. Well, anyway, the water. So I went back. Everybody goes in the water. The kids, they always are in the water. It is cold, but kids, you know, you can't stop them from playing. And so the kids are always in the water, you know. But when adults go in the water, it's a little bit different because it's cold. You really have to make the decision that I'm going in the water. And so I did go in the water. And I had on this side my first reservation sweetheart. Her name is Susie, and we have been lifelong friends. Then on this side, my dear friend Annie, and they were on both sides, either side of me, and we walked out into the water. I got up to, you know, like about my waist or so. Then I told them to step back a little bit because I was going to go in, and I didn't want to splash them. And sure enough, backwards I went, and I felt my body turn over, you know, and I opened up my eyes, you know, and I could look down and I could see the floor of the lake below me, and it was quiet, absolute silence, and I felt like I could have stayed there forever. And then all of a sudden, Annie and Susie, they lift me up out of the water, and I feel like that's the medicine I went back for. What is that? Go in the water and come back out and see that view. Though that's good medicine. So the other thing is, Annie would go into the water every day. In her journeys to India, she got into the habit of hopping in the shower and just turning on the cold water. Until this day, she still jumps in the shower in the morning and she only turns on the cold water. What a crazy girl. And but every morning she would get up and she would go down to the lake. She'd walk down to the lake and she would get into the water and she would come back, and every morning someone would say, where's Annie? Someone would say, oh, she's down at the lake. And I don't know if she realized this, how much that meant to everyone around there, that somebody would go and put themselves in that lake every day, an adult. You know, it was a real blessing. So we saw everything. Northern Lights, rare Northern Lights, good food, everything. So I'm back and I feel full. I'm really full. It's a good trip.